come talk to them or be open with them about anything in our life. It's because we cannot trust y'all. Y'all always be quick to go tell the family member what's going on in our life, and it be something that's deep, dark, and secret. We have trauma for that, and then on top of that, it's the way how y'all used to deliver y'all messages and tone with us. I don't want to come to you and tell you like the deepest secret I have if I know you're gonna go run your mouth to one of my family members. Like, no.
And the reality of it is we're scared to talk about it, but not today.
Hi, I'm Akasha. I'm a well-known psychic medium artist and teacher, and I have worked with so many people since 2015. Yep, that's me, working with individuals around the world, healing and trying to bring about the mental health issues in the community. As a young girl, I have always felt emotionally neglected by my family, especially being the eldest daughter, and I decided to create something where everyone and people like me can also heal and I could teach them. But I have to be honest, I am fucking exhausted.
I'm trying to talk it out.
About being the child of emotionally immature parents is that the times I stand up for myself when I get empowered to not take the shit, they usually don't feel good. It doesn't feel good after to defend myself against my parents, especially as an adult. I'm fucking grown. And I'm saying this because I don't think I'm the only person dealing with it. As many of us talk about having emotionally immature parents, abusive parents too. I want to add that, like, it doesn't feel good to protect yourself from your parents. And eventually, I know it's better in the long haul, and immediately it's better to stand up for myself, stick by my side, and take care of me. But the reality of this shit is, it is very fucking painful for me. And it does not feel like I just did a good thing. It feels like, Jesus.
As the eldest daughter and the only girl, I always wonder, why is this not being talked about in our community? Why is this not raising more questions, reaching more people in our community and being talked about? So I did my own research as a mentor and also a student.
And come to find out, this is exactly what I was dealing with, and many others just like me, doubting ourselves because of our own family's immaturity. And that stood out is they're rigged and operate with a strict and wrong and right mentality where in their minds they're usually always right. They're quick to misinterpret communication as a threat, and they have the contrast of either being extremely controlling or very uninvolved in their child's life. Inability to cope with their own emotions in a healthy way. Things tend to go smoothly when things are going their favor. They tend to be needed all the time. So this can make a lot of us growing up feeling unworthy of love, people pleasing. You starting to adult at a very early age, and then we feel responsible for even our own family's issues and problems, or always the one taking on more than we can chew to overcompensate for the lack of love that we got. This brings to my awareness, is it wrong that none of us want to be involved with a lot of our family members till this day? Is it wrong that many of us just want to be to ourselves? Is it wrong that many of us do not feel safe, honestly, being around you or talking to you or sharing any good news with you? I don't think any of us are wrong for doing that.
Your family. You can love them, but you can love them from a distance too. And there are a lot of my family members that I've had to learn to love from this. They call me, I'm like, yeah, I'm here. You need something, let me know. But I can't have you in my life because you're toxic. Right. You're poisonous. And there's nothing wrong with it. People's like, what's wrong with you? You're getting away from your family. The hell with you. I'm happy.
This has been an increasingly burdensome journey for me because not only was I on a mission to not only help a lot of other Black Americans and people of color, but I've also found that the historical effects of a lot of us is the reason why many of us give the fuck up. We don't want to change, and or we try our hardest, but then the imposter syndrome hits. On the 2021 National Survey on the Drug and Use in Health found that 21% of Black and African Americans who have had a mental concern, only 39% of them individuals received mental health services.
I don't talk to you because I don't feel loved and supported as your child. And you should hear me and try to address that and not make me feel even worse for having feelings as a person. This has been years in the making. It has nothing to do with Andre. I will never be perfect in your eyes. There's nothing I can do. And I'm tired of feeling like I can't be a human being.
Black Americans and people of color has faced a great dearth of mental health concerns from historical events, not only from just slavery, but the everyday stressors of life and overworking ourselves to provide for our families in an economy and a society that really does not want us here. But not only that, our own family members who still are actively participating in old conditions, capitalism, and slave mentality that is not being talked about till this day.
Because you're not doing something right. Don't blame this on your kid. What's happening in your house that your kid wants to leave your house so badly any given day? Why? My daughter not going to wake up any day and say, I want to leave my mama's house. Why would she want to leave the comfort of her mother's house? She got her own room, computers, iPads, food, clothes, entertainment, the beach downstairs. Why would she want to wake up and run away? She's got me. She's got my husband. We're constantly teaching her. Because if your child is leaving your home, it's because you're not doing something right.
Now, my biggest concern is also finding out that the biggest problem that we have is only 4% of psychologists in the United States of America are Black. This further makes me question if what I'm doing really even has a strong impact. It really makes me question if I want to continue doing this, trying to provide spaces for young adults, older adults to start to heal themselves and talk about their issues. This is a lot more than I thought it would be. And I'm getting to a point where maybe I should just give up. Maybe this is too much to bear. Maybe not everybody wants to really heal everything. Maybe we should just all stay the same. But then I realized that's just me still participating in the problem, which is doing nothing. And maybe I should just wait and the right ones will come who want to talk about the effects of having emotionally immature parents. But more importantly, we need to talk about what happens when we have an emotionally immature mom and how it impacts many of us, especially the woman and both men. And how it impacts how we love people, how we love ourselves, how we feel about ourselves, and how it is so potent in the people of color and Black community. It's getting bad to the point where many of us give up, or we find love in the wrong places, or we are overworking ourselves to death to prove ourselves to people, or we do nothing and we settle for mediocrity, and that's not what we want.
Ruffle a few feathers with what I'm about to say, but that's okay. We family, it's all love. Your kids don't owe you shit. Nothing pisses me off more than to hear a parent say, do you know what I sacrificed? Everything I gave up for you. Well, number one, I could have stayed in my daddy nutsack. That's the first thing. Number two, I didn't ask to be here. And number three, did you think parenthood was gonna be easy? I know parenthood is hard. I'm just thinking about everything that comes with it. Stress, heartache, heartbreak. You got to be a teacher. You got to be a chef. You got to be a therapist. You got to be a coach. It's so many things. So there's no way that any parent today thought that being a parent was going to be easy prior to actually having kids. My granny used to always say, see, y'all young girls got it easy because if you don't want kids these days, you ain't got to have them because y'all got options. But let me explain something to you. Stop blaming your kids for how your life didn't turn out. Stop thinking that once your kids grow up and turn 18 and lead and nest, start making their own real money, that they got to come back and pay you in some kind of way. That's not how life works. That's not reality. Your job as a parent is to raise them up to be decent human beings. Anything that happens after they leave your home and fly out of your nest is not your responsibility. But that does not mean that their responsibility turns on them and now they're responsible for you. Now, I'm not talking about the kids that grow up and they have sick parents or our parents get old and we're tending to them. That's a given. That's the job of a child. I'm talking about the parents who have kids that grow up and always have to be reminded of what their parents gave up for them. Don't nobody want to keep hearing that. And no, this is not me bashing, parents saying y'all bad parents. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is try to understand that your child don't need to hear everything that you sacrifice. Your child knows that because of you, they had a good life. They saw what you sacrificed. You think your kids don't see what you sacrifice? Everything is not hidden from your children. Your kids are going to grow up and know and thank you and understand that you did a great job. But they don't have to continue to be reminded of it. The shit is annoying and it's toxic. Like, break that curse.